In 60 seconds or less, here is what you need to know about my latest book, Shy Boys: Notes from 10 Years of Working with Software Engineering Giants. Whether you've heard about the CMAT initiative or not, whether you've heard about Essence or not, if you care about what it takes to change the world and you'd like to get an inside look at how a small group of people set out to do just that for the world of software engineering, then read this book. It's a fast read, and you'll learn the motivation behind the new software engineering Essence standard, but you'll learn it through interesting stories, not technical jargon. If you like the book, please help me get the word out with an honest review on Amazon.com. Hey, thanks for listening. Well, that's it for the 60-second snapshot. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the author and a little bit more about the motivation for the book, stay tuned for a 4-minute video. Hello, my name is Paul McMahon, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about myself as well as my motivation for writing my latest book, Shy Boys: Notes from 10 Years of Working with Software Engineering Giants. First, a little bit about my background. I started as a software developer in 1973 after finishing my master's in mathematics at Binghamton University, which is part of the New York State University system. I then spent the next 25 years working as a software developer, manager, and coach in the U.S. defense market, working for companies including Link Simulation and Lockheed Martin. For the last 20 years, I've been an independent consultant and coach. Now to the motivation for my latest book. In January 2010, I received an email from Alistair Coburn, one of the leaders of the Software Agile movement. That email led to my being invited to a get-together of a small group of famous industry gurus that had gotten together and were having this meeting because they felt it was time to change the world of software engineering. Now, I had read many of these famous people's books, but I never thought I would get to meet them, let alone work closely with them. And as it turned out, I actually thought I was only being invited to the initial meeting. But due to a series of unforeseen events, I ended up getting pulled in far deeper than I ever imagined, working with these heroes of my chosen career path for the next 10 years. As we approach the 10-year point of that initial meeting, which occurred in Zurich, Switzerland in March of 2010 and has become known as the CMAT initiative, I felt it was time to step back and reflect on all that has happened. And it was only then that I realized what an incredible adventure it has been. And I wanted to share that adventure. But sharing the adventure wasn't the only motivator I had for writing this book. You see, I also realized as I thought about this, how the experience that I had received could help others who wanted to change any part of the world. And now I'm not just talking about software engineering. And although I think this might sound a bit grandiose, it isn't intended to. And I say it only because as I stepped back and reflected on all that has happened, I realized what an incredible impact just a small group of motivated people can have when they have a vision and they stay focused on that vision and they refuse to give in simply because they believe in it. If you decide to read the book, it's a fast read. It's an easy read, but I want to warn you, a number of the people have come back who've picked it up and told me once they start, they couldn't put it down. But if you do read it and you like it, please tweet about it and share your thoughts on it with friends and write me an email. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, thanks for listening.